The views expressed on this podcast are that of the host and may not coincide with your own. Don't let that deter you from listening with an open mind. The UAP report will be printed in mass quantities is to avoid another pandemic shittigate. Lastly, the shit talk is explicit and your virgin mind is about to get probed. Let's get the show started, fuckers.
This is the Tempest Universe.
I'm trying to figure out who pulled the plug on hump day. I feel, what the hell happened? Like, we're supposed to get 2 days. You start out with a shitty ass Monday. You gotta go back to work. You gotta do this and that. You know, they dump a whole bunch of stuff on you. And then by Tuesday, you know, things are relaxing a little bit. Wednesday, you're about to go over the hump into, you know, where things relax a bit. I don't feel the relaxation coming in on hump day this week. I feel like I got too much to do, way too much. If you feel the same way, just yell out, hell yeah! That's just a thought that I had, that you can just go, you know, and, you know, I don't know, just acknowledge me. Acknowledge me, I acknowledge you. That's the way it works. Today's episode is all about space and all the problems that come along with it. And what are the stories we got? Because we got 4 today. What are the stories we got? I don't know. I'm having a hard time believing it's a true story. So I'm going to just throw that out there. It's going to be the last one that we cover. And I'm having a really hard time with it. But on the flip side of that, I think that what it proposes for us as a species and what alien intervention can be like and how we could get, you know, just used like a herd of cattle due to technology that we have no knowledge of, but we see it on movies and TVs all the fucking time. Being used on us, it's phenomenal. Just the idea of what could be happening to us and we don't even know it. That is that story. That's the last story that we're going to talk about, and I can't wait to get into that. It's going to be fantastic. On the other side of that, the podcast needs your assistance. Like, share, follow. Like, I mean, it's like, think of me as Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. Like, share, follow. The sharing is really important. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Let me just sit down for a second and let's talk about it. Because the sharing helps people that are like-minded to be able to say, oh, shit, Jimmy Bob just sent me this, and we think about the same stuff all the time. And this guy, man, Moonraker, he's crazy. He's crazy just like me. Yeah, there is no other way for us to, you know, take on the other podcasts that are springing up. Let me tell you, I've seen so many new podcasts just springing up all over the place on this topic. It is unbelievable. I mean, there's shit that I haven't freaking seen and have been showing up on even some of my social media memberships, posts and stuff like that. I'm like, what in the flying fuck? Then I listen to them and I'm like, no, you don't even have shitty music. Who the fuck are you? But they're getting shared. People are giving them likes. People are subscribing. I don't understand how the fuck they're doing it. I think it's a conspiracy. I do. And it starts now for me. But I say all that just to say I appreciate you guys that do. And you hit that like. I know the Asgardians are out there always hitting that like. And on Facebook sharing things like, you know, Norm, Dave, Green Man. And, you know, the other one I don't think really shares anything is that guy Dre. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to talk to him one day. He might have to put his membership up for sale. But otherwise, this is what we're going to do today. We're going to get over hump day one way or another. Now, for some reason, there's a lot of like hip-hop rap music on today's episode. Maybe because I'm a little angry on the inside. Maybe on the inside, I have a message. I need to empower you guys. I need you guys to be there with me. That's all I'm saying. I just need your support. Call 1-800-900-HELP-MANNY. Press 2 for sounds like this. That last little bit of that clip is just, you can tell the person's struggling just to hold it in. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this episode started. And why not? Because, today's episode is also going to be about a shit ton of money. A lot of money being given out to these private companies. And one company that thinks it's in Vegas. That's all I'm saying. Check this out.
Don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the money?
Dumb fuck you. Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and
There's a lot of money being thrown around for these private corporations to get into space. Literally, I don't understand why, some companies are bitching and suing when there's enough money to go around. As a matter of fact, the same companies that are bitching and suing that are being led by Ninja Turtles, they're receiving a shit ton of money. They really are. They are getting more than their fair share in other avenues, like from the U.S. Space Force. Like, we literally have a fucking Space Force. It's public. I'm sure it was around for a while, and then all of a sudden they try to blame Trump, that he came up with the whole Space Force thing. Come on, stop fucking around. It's been around forever. Come on, you guys know this. Why the fuck would the Air Force have a space plane if it wasn't part of a space force? I'm just saying. Let's just throw it out there. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Space Force finally threw out some cha-ching to the companies that it wants to, get together the next gen rocket engine and upper stage improvements. That's what they're doing. Now, here the funny thing is, do they have fucking rockets? So what are we improving, Space Force, if you allegedly, supposedly, don't even have a fucking rocket system? Isn't that strange? Isn't that weird? That they're paying for improvements to shit they allegedly don't even have. But I continue. $87.5 million was granted to 4 launch companies. At the top of the list is the one that complains the fucking most. The company is going around suing everybody and their mama that dares straddle a rocket. Blue Origin. Blue Origin received 24, or will receive, I don't even know if they got the shit yet, will receive $24.3 million to develop cryogenic fluid management for the upper stage. And not just any rocket, for the New Glenn rocket. You know, that thing that he's all up in arms about, that no one's giving him money for. United Launch Alliance, which a lot of people just know as ULA, $24.3 million for uplink command and control. Now this is stupid and ass backwards, because if you already have Starlink up there from SpaceX, why would you pay ULA for uplink command and control? Come on, stop fucking around. Yeah, they just do a lot of things ass backwards. But anyway, ULA got the money for, new next generation uplink and control, but it'll be for the new Vulcan Centaur 2-stage heavy lift rocket. Okay. Rocket Lab, also $24.3 million. The most a company has ever gotten, so there you go. That's fucking scary. They're going to fund the upper stage development of the company's forthcoming Neutron medium lift rocket. Like, that shit's they don't even have a fucking Neutron rocket yet. And we're going to give them $24.3 million if you want to think about that. Ay vey. Lastly, number 4, SpaceX, coming in at the end, with $14.4 million to research the combustion stability analysis and testing of the Raptor rocket engine. Funny how, of these 4 companies, the one that we're giving the least amount of money to is the one that's doing a lot of shaking and moving, who already has a Raptor engine that's always under improvement. They get $14.4 million. All the other butt-licking, suing, phallus-riding fuckheads get exactly $10 million more. By the way, 9.9 million more than SpaceX. What in the hell is going on? This is, I guarantee you that the guy at the top, ULA, and maybe even Rocket Lab, these guys are the ones that were probably making sure and out there complaining about, getting feedback in red ink. These are the kids that were crying because they saw red ink on their paper, on their exams and things like that. Okay, we had to change that shit. Everything has to be in blue ink or black. These are the guys right here. First 3. Especially the guy at number 1. SpaceX and ULA already established launch providers for the United States government under Space Force's National Security Space Launch Program. See what I'm saying? SpaceX is already there, but they get gypped. apparently Rocket Lab and Blue Origin are going to be able to compete in the next series of contracts that will be going out in 2024. It's not the first time that Blue Origin is being kind of put on the back burner. Crybaby fuckers. So there you go. Space Force is contracting our famous and capable SpaceX and ULA and throwing a little cha-ching towards Rocket Lab and Blue Origin to, have some backup options, to be honest, so that they can figure the shit out. Get some next-gen stuff done. And my thing is, it almost doesn't make sense. So is Space Force going to take a bit of every one of these companies and make their own vehicle, space vehicle? I don't understand. I don't understand why they're doing this. Are we going to see a Raptor engine on a New Glenn rocket that is going to be heavy lifted by a Vulcan Centaur? And what do you call that rocket? Like Frankenstein? I'm not really sure what the aim of this is. But I'm pretty sure, whatever you pay for, you get to keep some of it. So I'm sure all these next-gen technologies are going to eventually end up on a Space Force vehicle of their naming. Who knows? USS Enterprise, I guess. Maybe that's what they'll call it. But either way, the money is being sent out. People have shit to do. And Space Force, for being like a brand new, freshly hatched division of the armed forces, it's got a lot of money to spend. Imaginary that. And I have a feeling that once we get this new office of UAP, whatever the hell they're going to call it eventually, I guarantee you that Space Force might have a little bit more money coming their way out of this whole UAP topic, even though they shied away from it from the beginning because they didn't want to deal with it. But the money is going to be there either way. There's more to this article as far as what's being paid for, how much is being paid for to these companies. But keep in mind the amounts that were quoted here, because the next one, it's kind of going to tell you what the hell is up with Blue Origin and what kind of games it plays. And it's not very nice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Those. Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out below. Keep it a buck, I don't always been one up on all of these. They be trying to front for all of these. I ain't got time cause they all in they feelings. Ice to the gang and we making a killing. It's 2020 and they notice the vision. You be the hero, I'm playing the villain. The underdogs and we walk in the building. We getting money, yeah, they think that we dealing. They talking hot, yeah, if they opponents and we won't stop till we all touch a million. Don't ever forget, but we probably forgive them. I'm living, taking the cause that was given. My blessings is already written. Wrapped little ribbon, putting ourselves in positions to making some major decisions. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out below. Look, I'm trying to get where I'm going, but haters be trolling, that's where they thinking you got me right where you want me. I tell a ghost just ducked up. Sending them shots, we send them back. Yeah, ain't really bout that. Run, it's always bounce back. Need more hands just to count that. Stay on my bully, I need me more breeze just so we can get the team right. Loaded up fully, dogs on a leash, and you be knowing that's a scary sight. Don't happen overnight. Work smarter with some sacrifice. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Mix it up, now you got a slice. We bridging the gap, they want us to rap, so fuck we back. Yeah. Drew need a plaque, we turn to the max, and we never lacked. Yeah. Been in my bag, it's a drag, I'm feeling jet lagged. Yeah. Came back for vacation, I ain't unpacked, cause I'm going back. Facts, ooh, double the racks. TD the bank, your CD's blank, your Cuban is link. Smoking that dank, pour up and drink, fill up the tank. Do you think I ain't the one, but I'm the one? Poodles out, he going dumb. You hear them drums, came from the slums, they know we the ones, yeah. Started from from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out, but look, keep it a buck, I don't fuck with you.
It turns out that having a space riding, jet fuel tripping company and billions of dollars and crying like your diaper's full of shite gets you more money. It turns out Blue Origin likes to play fucking games with pricing when it comes to their services and the money that it wants to get from the government for their lackluster program. And it really is what it is, man. That shit it's just not good. Blue Origin has been filing all these protests, right, against NASA, SpaceX, and it's just going to town, right? I mean, the guy, Jeff Bezos, even stepped down from running Amazon because he needed to, according to Elon Musk, he needed to file some lawsuits because his companies were not winning. They're not winning teams. People are leaving in droves. It turns out that a few things are coming out of this case. The one thing is that Blue Origin kept on stating that NASA unfairly picked SpaceX over what they proposed and everybody else, right? That NASA changed the game in the middle of everything. Well, it turns out that NASA didn't necessarily change the game. They actually lost money. Congress did not give them enough money in order to have more than one company win the award for the human lander system, part of the Artemis program. But apparently in the paperwork that's going out back and forth attached to this lawsuit, brought to you by Blue Origins and Mr. Blue Balls himself, it actually says that 7 different times during the program, when NASA found out that they were being cut some cash, that they told the folks that were in this competition for the contract to please submit their best proposal first. 7 times. Somehow, somebody at Blue Origin didn't actually see that, or reading is not something that they look for in their employees, maybe? I don't know. But somebody missed it all fucking 7 times. And so apparently Blue Origin has a history of kind of bidding pretty fucking high. Here's an example here that back in April 2020, before NASA won the award that Blue Origin is contesting, there were 3 companies who in the initial phase of the program were going to be awarded by NASA developmental funding in order to get started, right? For developing the ideas of these lunar landers. In these bids, SpaceX was awarded $135 million, Dynetics $253 million, and Blue Origin got $579 million. But here's the rub. Blue Origin initially proposed that it would cost them to get this thing off the ground and start it in this initial phase $879 million. When apparently Blue Origin got wind of how much everyone else is doing it for, Blue Origin came back with a second offer because NASA said, hey, let's have a meeting together because we need to negotiate this. I mean, come on. If SpaceX can do it for 135 million, Dynetics can do it for 253. How in the flying fuck are we going to give you $880 million? So all of a sudden, when hearing this, Blue Origin dropped the price by 35%. They cut off $300 million. And that is why NASA awarded them $579 million. You know, sometimes there's signs, yo. Sometimes you've got to see the writing on the wall, NASA. When people are price gouging for you to just give them fucking money to develop shit, that's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But Blue Origin didn't stop there. Blue Origin did it again. Like literally, they went up to the crap table and they said, "Hey, let's let it roll. Snake eyes." Blue Origin went to gamble again. And so when they pitched their Blue Moon lander, they pitched it for $5.9 billion. SpaceX came in at $3 billion cheaper at $2.9 billion. And so they lost the bid. That was it. You're done, Turtle Boy. It's over. Go get your blue balls, lander the fuck out of here. They lost. They were too expensive. So of course, Bezos, gets his panty in a wad. He gets all upset about it. And he challenges NASA and Bill Nelson, right? And they're like, no, we did the right thing. Well, then they didn't stop there. So then they wanted to bring in the GAO, right? Because they have a dispute with how NASA handled the contract bids. So the General Accountability Office ruled on it. In the meantime, while they were seeking the GAO to overturn what NASA did, Jeff Bezos apparently went back to Bill Nelson, the NASA administrator, and offered him a proposal of a $2 billion discount to bring his lander down to $3.9 billion. By the way, you're pissed off that they didn't give you shit, and you want to go behind everyone's back and secretly chop off $2 billion to get this awful-looking lander developed using, the people's money. But you failed. So what we know today is that NASA was like, nope, no can do. No. Not going to happen. And so now we're in lawsuits that have put the whole program in halt. It's not moving anywhere. Now, one of two things is going to happen. Sadly enough, if Blue Origin wins, basically it's all erased. You start over, the bidding wars start again, and they've got to put their best foot forward in order to win a contract. If NASA and SpaceX win and Blue Origin loses its challenge, then Blue Origin is pretty much fucked. They will have to wait into, I believe, 2024 when NASA opens up bidding for additional companies to be part of the Artemis program. They'll have to wait till that opens up before they can, put their money where their mouth is. It's just pretty sad that old Bezos is always trying to out-slick someone instead of putting the company's best efforts forward, which are not good. We're really lackluster. We know that Blue Origin is not all what it's cut out to be. And as a matter of fact, the lander itself, it's not just Blue Origin that's working on it. they're not working on that alone. They're using the whole national team, which is actually made up of other companies that are more notable when it comes to government contracts and building vehicles and things like that. It's not just Blue Origin by itself because they can't do it. They can't do it by themselves. That's why they had so many failures early on. It's sad. It's really sad. No one knows at what point all these lawsuits are just going to disappear. Nobody knows when that's going to happen. But NASA's hoping that this gets done immediately so that we can get back to working on the human lander system and that we can get SpaceX the money it needs to get the ball rolling. But Blue Origin and Jeff Bezos are in the way of progress just because they fell short, not only in what they built and proposed, but in trying to price gouge the government in trying to build something that they just can't. They definitely can't do it by themselves. We'll see what happens. There's a long way to go, and the fight continues between Bezos and Musk on many other levels, which is what the next article is going to talk about. Because it's pretty funny though, but it's a short one. But for you guys who didn't like the last track, check this one out. ever wonder why the hell we're in a rat race? Sometimes when we talk about UFOs and ufology, we figure that that's how they keep us from discovering the truth. But, even on every other day stuff, taxes. I mean, who the fuck is going to get Social Security in this country? Nobody. Nobody gets it. Really. I know people who are retired who get like $500 a month. Who the fuck can survive on that? Social Security, my ass. There's nothing good about being in the rat race. The rat race is just horrific. It's nasty. It's ugly. With that being said, I want to say what's up to the guys who are in the live chat right now. Green Man, Dave Dunham, of course. And let's see. We got Dre's in there. By the way, I forgot. I said Dave incorrectly. Dave from Down Under. And also we had Game Vet. Game Vet's in there as well. I guess he's not on the road right now. At least not yet. But let's get into this track. Not even a track. The next article is really small. But it shows you how there is no love lost between the billionaires that are battling for space supremacy. So I'm not sure. I think this article came out in the last few hours or so. Not more than a day because it's fresh. Pretty fresh. Jeff Bezos has fallen to number 2 in the world's most richest man category. Like the losses are starting to pile up, Bezos. They really are. And I could just imagine that if he loses this contract with NASA, he's going to fall to number 3 or 4 because people are not going to be happy. And it's probably the reason why he stepped down from Amazon. The guy that took number 1 as the richest person in the world is Elon Musk. What in the flying fuck is going on? There's something really crazy between these two. Like they've got this competition that's bananas. It's going across everything. Space, freaking electric cars. It's everywhere. Everything. And eventually they're going to be fighting over, satellites in space too. It's not going to stop. It's going to be forever. Elon Musk says that he again passed Jeff Bezos to become the richest person on the Forbes list of billionaires. He passed over the 200 billion mark. But he says, listen, this is what I'm going to do to celebrate the fact that I am now the top dog in billionaires. I'm going to send a giant statue of the number 2 digit and a silver medal to Jeff Bezos. See what I mean? That these guys, they don't give no fucks. They're going to continue to screw around and fight over shit constantly, even how rich they are. This is bananas. This is the craziest thing ever. Bezos apparently first reached the 200 billion mark in August of 2020. Now, there have been other people that have hit that mark since then, like Bernard Arnault, the CEO of the French luxury conglomerate Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. But these guys apparently have been kind of like hopping over each other, going back and forth, like leapfrogging, reaching the most richest person several times. And unfortunately for Bezos, he couldn't hold on to that title while he's feuding with everyone in the world. Actually, I think that what Elon should send him is 2 dildos. But make sure that they're charged, they're rechargeable or something like that, because Bezos will send them a bill for batteries. I guarantee you. But it'd be funny if you can plug him into a Tesla battery, just to be honest about it. But this is the war that they have. They literally war about everything. It's nonstop. The question is, who's going to come out on top? Who's going to be the one who will remain the richest man? And I'm telling you, whoever wins this court case between SpaceX, NASA, and Blue Origin, whoever wins that individual will stay at that number one spot. Because if Elon Musk loses, then people are going to lose faith. If Blue Origin loses, shit, Jeff Bezos is one potato chip away from losing faith of not just all of his people, but his board of directors as well. It's a nasty war. And I'm glad that I'm here to read about it, see it, and enjoy the shots that they give each other. Because it's just fucking hilarious. It really is. So I would, instead of sending a giant statue of digit number 2, I would send him 2 dildos. And definitely the silver medal, for fuck's sake. Why not? The next article is coming up. You can read more about the whole Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, super duper rich man in the world list. But the next story, I got some stuff that I was thinking about. It's just weird to me. Even if the story's fake, to be honest. It could have been debunked already.
Once upon a time I had 9 lives. I could take the front and back the same night. I could be a party girl or a guy. Whatever I wanted, that was my life. I don't wanna brag, it might steal on. More like only talking to my pillow. I had plenty, I had 20 rings on my feet though. I even look good in some Speedos. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah. What you gonna do? Bye bye. When I was a kid, I had mad tricks. Other kids will look and be like, oh shit. Now I'm on to chill and think. Why you still doing all those things? I don't wanna brag, it might steal on. More like only talking to my pillow. I had plenty, I had 20 rings on my feet though. I even look good in some Speedos. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bye, 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 bye.
This one you guys want to pull up. I guarantee you, out of all the articles that we read that I went through today, all the links that are in the description, this is the one that you want to pull up because it is like, what in the hell is going on? A Droitwich woman, and that's out in the UK, vanishes from her bed in eerie footage obtained by UFO hunters. This is a crazy story, and if it's real, it's even more crazier. It really is. There is a UFO investigation group called the Birmingham UFO Group, and that's across the pond. And this woman actually shared this video. She's out of Droitwich, which is out of Worcestershire, not the sauce. She claimed she was abducted twice in 2010, September to be specific, right out of her bed. Crazy. Completely nuts. The footage caught this happening around 3:30 in the morning on September the 12th, 2010. She appears to be arching her back when all of a sudden she's gone. Like Captain Kirk came in and just took her, beamed her up. Crazy. It is really nuts, this video. So it turns out that back in 2010, she had these two abduction experiences in the space of about a week. And she started feeling like something had taken place. She had no memory of it. She just felt like something wasn't right. So much so that she wouldn't want to go to sleep in her own room. So she got in touch with the investigation group. Her husband apparently tinkered with cameras, especially infrared cameras. So he put together this infrared camera to place in their bedroom. Wink, wink. Yeah, it's for UFOs. He really didn't believe it at first, because I guess he wasn't into UFO stories or abduction stories. But she was so scared to go back into the room that he decided, I'll put the camera together for her. It'll make her feel better. She won't be scared anymore. Just to put her at ease. And we can just fucking go to sleep already. So he set up the cameras and everything, and, he let it roll. About 3 days after he set up the camera, the second abduction experience happened. And it's in this video. You basically see her kind of move around. First of all, it's 2010. Second of all, it's dark as fuck, even though it's infrared. And so they claim that what happened is that she arched her back while she was under the sheets. And then all of a sudden, the sheets go completely flat. Like there's nothing in between the sheets and the actual bed. 13 minutes, she's gone. And all of a sudden, the sheets fill in again. And she's back. When she comes back, you can actually see her husband on the other side of her. He kind of reacts in his sleep to her being back in the bed. And so he moves. It is the creepiest freaking video ever. Could this video be fake? Maybe. Maybe it is. I don't know. It is very possible that this was just something they put together. Now, Dave Hoydrian, he is the lead investigator from the Birmingham UFO group. It doesn't seem like he thinks it's fake. He told the Birmingham Live, which is the one that reported this, that the lady had experiences most of her life, but like a lot of people, pushed them to the back of her mind. But these two abductions, or at least the first abduction, kind of scared her a little. It impacted her quite a bit. The husband who didn't believe it, when they played back the video, he's a fucking believer now. No doubt about it. But then, I'm watching his video, and by the way, you can at any time click on a link and check it out. I'm watching this video and I'm thinking, what if this is the way it happens? Like, no longer do aliens have to trap us on, roads in the middle of the woods that are poorly lit. What if now they just beam you up right from your bed, right through the sheets? What if that's what's happening now? Why? That might even explain why there's not a whole lot of reportings of abductions. Not as much as there were before. What if they're just taking you in the middle of the night from in between your sheets and bringing you back 13 minutes later? They don't have to fly anywhere. They don't have to help you lose 2-3 hours of time. They just take you, give you your probings, and drop you off minutes later. The job is done. If this is the case, and here's my idea. If this is the way it's going down now, abductions, human testing and all that kind of nonsense, it could be happening to everyone. There wouldn't be a single person that's safe. You literally could complain several times a week of not being able to sleep, having weird dreams. And it's because you're being taken at night, right from your bed, through your roof, through your walls, and being placed back to continue to live your life with this thought that things aren't right. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But if we can advance as quickly as we do in technology, I mean, really, take a look at the last 100 years. For fuck's sake, what if there is an advanced civilization, way more advanced than we are? How fast do you think they advance? And again, I would like someone to send this damn video to Demi Lovato and send it over to Angelique and let them explain who the fuck took this lady. Which one of your peace-loving, happy, go-go, gumdrops and jelly bean aliens decided to probe this lady at night? Freaking nuts. The video is crazy. I mean, this lady, either she's a really fucking good magician or her husband is a freaking amazing tinkerer when it comes to cameras, or we've got a problem. There is something seriously wrong here. That's just my thoughts. It is what it is. The guys in the chat are saying, ask Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie. I think Ronnie had an interdimensional out-of-body experience with the cat ladies. A little different in this, because I think that he was physically still in the bed. But this lady was Gone. Like Scotty done beamed her up, gave her a few probings, and put her back in bed. Wowzers. The idea is nuts. But think about it. Think about if this is how abductions are happening today compared to the 40s and the 50s. Somebody's changed the game. And we're still trying to figure out if UFOs are real. For fuck's sake. That's the world we live in. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. I believe we will be back on YouTube on Saturday as we have a guest coming in to share some UFO stories, UFO images or video. I got to figure it out before Saturday. But in the meantime, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's helpful. It keeps the podcast alive. With that, ciao.
So, indies, yeah. Indies, yeah. Go and try your luck, test me in again, we let it rain. Please don't start us up, got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then I'd be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up. Fireworks, I keep the flame, heard you barking up. This the wrong tree, I got the strings, yeah, I'm charging up. They can't keep up, got them looking drained, now they walking up. Trying to put the face to the name. I pull up and I and I'm swerving. If a try to holler, she gon' curve him. We came from under buzz like a Persian. We been staying in our lane, ain't no merging. Rapping like I'm turban. Yeah, these all square like Irvin. Yeah, we grew up in the hood, no Suburbans. If I say I need my money, then it's urgent. Yeah, they want me to quit. Yeah, they want me to shift. But as long as I'm alive, we gon' keep on making hits. While they steady shooting bricks, man, it's lit. Yeah, it's lit. Me and Dale back to back, and yeah, I'm dishing the assist. Yeah, they talk a lot of but we really with the lame. always gonna be reaching for they hit. Smoking like a clip. They can never catch me slipping. Every time your girl around, she be watch the way I'm dripping. Try your luck. Test me in the game, we let it ring. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up. Then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up. Like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up. This the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up. They can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name. I'm in flex mode with the best, though. That's a major key, that's a chess move. I'm your favorite G, I think it's best, yo. Stop with all the grilling, I'm on jet fuel. Taking off, clear the runway, now they cannot clip my wings. Yeah, they soft, they ain't homie, they ain't even on the scene. Play it smart, they don't know me, they just know what they see. What it costs to get flea, but this style ain't free. This that swag, this that splash, one wrong move, that's do the dash, keep a stash, just in case they tryna flash. Never lie, we don't slack, tell her eyes running back. I don't brag, I'm relaxed, I'm not into all of that, yeah. It's really just the fam and my dogs, I just gotta make a call. I ain't into all that chatting, not at all. Yeah, I put that on the squad, we been out here going hard. We on deck, please don't make 'em. Go and try your luck, test me in the game, we let it rain. Please don't start us up, got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up, then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up, like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you barking up, this the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up, they can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up, trying to put the face to the name.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will be free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me.